What up, y'all? It's your girl, Queen K. I just want to jump on here real quick. Holla at my kings and queens. You know what? The black and brown community, to me, already has all of the resources, all of the skills and the tools that they need in order to get to that next level of true mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, and financial freedom and liberty. But I'm not gonna lie, there is a system that was set up and designed to be a weapon that is formed against us to keep us from prospering and to hold us down. And because of that, it is a struggle for many black and brown individuals in the United States, as well as around the nation or the country or the world, in order for them to just accomplish what other ethnic, I guess, groups would find to be something that's easy. Unfortunately, as a black and brown individuals in this world, there are systems that are set up to hinder us and to make us stumble. I don't think it's a mistake that there's liquor stores on every corner in black and brown neighborhoods, that there's poor schooling and libraries with like 10 books on the shelf and limitless amounts of video games that may just basically just dumb you down at times when you do go to the library. So there's a lot that I've been thinking about lately. What I do believe is that with all the skills and resources that we do have available, even though we have a lot of obstacles that we must always overcome, racism is definitely a weapon that is formed against the black and brown community, designed to hinder them and block them from true freedom and prosperity. But I do believe that if we, as a black and brown individuals, and honestly just as a nation in general, anybody who wants to see the American people prosper in general, because if I keep it 100 with you, you know what? Our government is not going to come save us. I've heard that said before, and as I look at the situation, y'all right. Nobody's coming to save us. I don't even think they were planning on us surviving the COVID-19 fiasco that occurred in 2020 or whatever it was, when they shut down everything. All of a sudden, there weren't enough masks and all kind of things. It's almost like they weren't planning on all of us surviving and making it out of that situation. And now that we have, it's like, oh crap. You know what I'm saying? No real help has come, especially to the brown and the black communities. But to be honest with you, in general, the American people as a whole have suffered. I mean, what do we get? Like one stimulus check, maybe two? Other nations have like 6 months to a year of stimulus checks and all type of assistance programs going on in addition to food stamps and, whatever. But what I am saying is that I'd like to see black and brown communities come together and unify and exercise group economics as well as group politics. And I was watching one of my homies here on social media had posted a video about this, and I said, dang, that's deep. So I've heard of group economics before. It's like we pool our money together, and we've done that before. I think the only flaw with group economics is when you have a leadership that is not operating with integrity. And when you have that situation, that is when certain goals that you as a group have decided you want to obtain, it's hard to reach those goals because you don't have the right leaders in place. But what I'd like to see, because I do believe God is doing a new thing in this season, I'd like to see the black and brown communities make up in their mind that we want leaders with integrity, that we will not vote for you coming in 2024 if your behind is not going to put forth effort and proof that you will be doing something to better and protect the black and brown communities. We need police reform. We need, what else do we need, y'all? We need voting rights to be protected. What else, y'all? We need so many things. It's like just trying to think of birth control. We need women to have the choice. For those of y'all considering whether or not you should vote, you have to vote. If you do not vote in 2022 during this midterm election, you are basically waiving your constitutional rights for 2024, because you know they're coming for that. I mean, they're already messing with Roe versus Wade and trying to block birth control and what's it called? Abortion is what I was trying to say. Abortion rights. And I mean, although I am a Christian and I believe that a life is a life and that, you know, we don't have a say on taking someone else's life, that a baby is living in my body when it is there, I also believe in choice, women's choice, because God says, choose you this day who you will serve. If he gives you a choice to choose the God you serve, I'm pretty sure he gives you a choice on, you know, what kind of treatments you decide to receive or to have done to your own personal body. So anyway, I would like to see the black and brown communities come together. Leave your religion at home, just like Malcolm X said. And that doesn't mean that you don't operate in honor of the God that you serve. But when we come to the table, I'm going to be real with you. If you're black or brown and the police officer stops you or a traffic stop, they're not going to ask you if you're Haitian. They ain't going to ask you if you're Jamaican. They're not going to ask you if you're from Africa, if you're, what else? All these other nations. They're not going to ask you if you're Indian. They might mistaken you black or brown. They're not going to ask you, you know, are you Puerto Rican? At the end of the day, you're black or brown. And so what I'm saying is we have to let differences, some of our differences, we have to put them to the side, y'all. Like, we can't, you know, be like, well, I'm Christian, well, I'm Muslim, well, I'm, what else, you know what I'm saying, I'm Seventh-day Adventist, I'm, what are the other religions, I'm Israelite, all these different religions. We can't let those separate us, because if you look at the white community, for example, and I have good friends who happen to be Caucasian and other different races as well, but they don't sit there and be like, oh, I'm Irish and I'm German and I'm British, and so we can't come together and we can't do business. No, they do business. Money is money. Get money, right? But we got to do it with integrity. See, once you start selling your own brother or your sister off to slavery or oppression, and if that's your only way to obtain freedom and opportunity, then my brother and my sister, you are sadly mistaken. You have put yourself in bondage. That's why it's important that we teach our history to our children, because even the Bible says that you know, if you repeat the sins, the past sins of your ancestors, it's like I think it's like in Deuteronomy, somewhere up in there. But if a child repeats the sins of his, or the wicked ways and sins of his ancestors, then he will also bring, what is it called? He'll bring, I'm not using the right word, but he'll bring, for lack of terminology, he'll bring that curse upon his own life. But if he chooses to live righteously, even if his father chose a wicked path, then that child who chooses to live righteously basically will not bring a curse on his own life. He will be blessed. God will bless him because he's choosing to live righteously before God. We are in Ezekiel 34, and God is separating wicked from righteous. The wicked sheep from the righteous sheep. That's what God is doing. And so anyway, group economics and group politics, where we come together and we decide that we're voting as a group. There's a lot of other communities that do this. We vote as a group, and if you do not do what is right for us as a whole, for our community, our people as a whole, then we will not vote for you come 2024. And that's what it has to come down to, the ballot or the bullet, like Malcolm X said. There is power in unity. It is beautiful to the Lord when brethren walk together in unity. But instead, everybody wants to do their own thing, and they want to have differences, and that's okay. You could be different, have differences, but you cannot let your differences stop you from coming together for a greater cause. Because again, regardless of what ethnicity you are, police officers who are not honoring the law, even though they have the badge, they're not going to stop and ask you what ethnicity you are before they shoot you. They'll see a black or brown person, and chances are, you'll be shot or you'll be mishandled more than a Caucasian counterparty would be, based on the numbers and the research done here in the United States. And that's a sad scenario, but it is true. So we need to come together, and we need to decide that we want to be lovers of truth, because it is the truth that shall set you free. And I'll be out in these streets Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Next week as well, I am going without pay. But I do need your support. So please, make sure you support me in any way you can, because I love you. I love y'all. But we definitely need to make sure that we are picking leaders that operate with integrity. So if we can trust you to handle the money, or we can trust you, we have to come together and choose who we're going to follow. You know what I'm saying? It's time out for just following people blindly. You cannot say that you love the Lord and not live the life. I'm not saying that you got to be perfect. No, you don't. But don't play with me. We don't want to be played with no more. In 2022, 2023 coming in, don't play with me. I'm serious about my future and my household, and I don't want to be around people who are not serious about their future and their household and their legacy, their goals and their purpose in life, and trying to be the best version of, themselves that God has, created them to be. You know what I'm saying? That's about it, y'all. It's your girl, Queen K. Go vote. Midterms are upon us. If you do not vote, you could very well be giving your constitutional rights away. So this is a very serious election. Don't let nobody play with your rights like that. Go vote. It's your girl, Queen K. I'm out.